always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go?
I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom! I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Stop touching that snooze button and get ready to clock in with the best morning show on the planet.
It's okay when we're singing, we're dancing, we're playing on the field, making everybody else laugh, making everybody else millions of dollars, but as soon as we have a voice, we're punished for it.
Giving you an informative dialogue with a side of fun and laughter while cutting through the noise and bringing you the real stories behind the headlines.
Look, it takes 5 minutes. Notice I'm not getting into details about what goes on in Switzerland, but those that know, you know what I'm talking about.
Get a little. And then
do it again. Do it again. That's it.
You know what it is, Truth Nation. It's time to wake up with Milwaukee's favorite morning show.
My point is, if you're 40 or if you're still trying to push for something, it doesn't mean that it's over just because it's been delayed. Delayed doesn't mean denied.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, this is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming on YouTube.
You gotta love black folks. We gonna make a way out. What you mean, man? All you gotta do is get
I gotta do is put a little oil in it.
Go get the Robitussin so we can get this car fixed.
Here are your hosts, the effective communication coach, Denise Thomas, and two-time Emmy Award winner, Telly Hughes.
Good morning. What's going on, Truth Nation? It is Monday, September 16th, 2024. You are listening to the best morning show on planet Earth, Truth Be Told, with DT and Telly. Good morning, Telly.
Good morning. Good morning. It's Monday.
Yes, indeed. Good morning, DJ Ricky on the ones and twos.
Good morning. What it is, it's Monday.
We are here. Fortunately, we are here. Thankfully,
yes,
we are here. And man,
another opportunity to get it right.
Truth Nation, you deserve the best. We hope you had a great weekend. We have so much to discuss today. So let me just go ahead and put out our Truth Talk and text line number, because I know y'all gonna have some things to say. You, the one, yep, you're driving. You got your kids in the car. Y'all about to go to school now. Again, before we start our discussions today, let's do our public service announcement again. Kids, if you're listening, you're on your way to school. Future leaders, students, teenagers, however you want to classify it, make it a great day. Let's not start our week and our day off yelling at somebody, going to school, man. That translates.
It does.
It translates into how you're going to have your day. So you own your day. Make it a great day. And when you get out the car, I triple dog dare you to kiss your mama in front of all your friends. All right.
Auntie DT gonna give you $5. She gonna give you $2. You kiss your mama.
Man, you know you try to give one of these kids $2 nowadays. They're gonna be like, "What is this?
What that's gonna do?"
I don't even know if I have dollars anymore, because I don't think any.
No one accepts them. It's like pennies. It's like
they got Cash App cards now. And
yeah, it's like the federal government quit producing. Our Department of Treasury quit printing dollars. Okay,
yeah.
They're no longer relevant. So, anywho, I have a question, Telly. First of all, let me give a huge shout out to the men, the brothers of Omega Sci-Fi Incorporated.
Hey.
What? So, for those that do not know, the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation holds their legislative conference. The Congressional Black Caucus hosts it as part of the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation, also known as CBC Weekend. It is every year, and it's always in September in Washington, D.C., our nation's capital. And in addition to the formal agenda, Telly, where there's thought-provoking panel discussions and look at Telly's face, conversations amongst tens of thousands. And my understanding is that they predicted, or they assessed, that over 15,000 Black folks was in the building for Congressional Black Caucus this year.
Them a lot of folk.
And do you know how it feels? Like when you're in a place where you just see good-looking, professional Black folks everywhere, just everywhere.
Felt like Juneteenth all over again, huh?
Or a sophisticated freaknik. But anywho, as you had said earlier. And so the hotel that I stayed in, shout out to the Courtyard Marriott, that is directly behind the convention center, the Washington, D.C. Convention Center, is owned by a Black man who is a proud member of Omega Psi Phi. I met your bacheloress, is it bacheloress? Richard Lewis, met him and his beautiful wife, Vicki Lewis, and attorney Ben Crump. So fast forward, Saturday night, I'm about to hit the street, y'all, and I see Bacheloress Richard Lewis, who that's equivalent of being the president of the Omega Psi Phi.
He's the
fraternity.
grand bacheloress,
yes,
which means he's over all of the fraternity, all of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
He the H. I'm gonna behave. So he and his wife, again, beautiful people, so friendly, and you could tell he is very well respected by y'all.
Oh, like we love Ricky Lewis.
I could tell.
He just got reelected.
I could tell.
In Tampa, yes.
I didn't see one Omega that didn't stop, and the reception was reciprocal. You know how sometimes you see people, hey, and there's the other person's like, hey. I mean, you could tell it is a genuine love across y'all's fraternity.
Oh, yeah. And
so Saturday, I'm kicking off my Saturday, going to my party number 1 out of 20 that night. And I see President Lewis, and he's like, where you going? He said, we throwing a party on the second floor.
That sounds just like him.
And I said, okay, Mr. Lewis. I said, well, I got to go to this party, but when I come back, because I was staying in the same hotel because it worked out perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Q's? Now, no offense to the Kappas, the Sigmas, the Alphas, members of the Boule. No hate at all. But the Omegas. I was like, y'all never fail. And these were all at least 35 years old and up. Mm-hmm. You walk in, first of all, it was a sea of purple.
Oh, yeah.
And gold.
Mm-hmm.
Brothers had on tuxes. Brothers had on suits. But most importantly, brothers made DT's ego go about 20 notches on the down. I was like, what is going on? I had like 3 drinks. And so
you was well taken care of.
Very, very, very well taken care of. Each of the bros that I encountered, perfect gentlemen. Attorney Ben Crump, shout to him. He was there. They love Milwaukee. They love you, Telly. They're like, y'all doing some great things in the city. Attorney Ben Crump obviously is like, we got a huge community initiative taking place right now. So I was like, please tell me more. How can I support? But again, I just had to give y'all a huge shout out because the brothers of Omega Psi Phi, y'all could bark and all that, root, but y'all are perfect gentlemen and very mission oriented. Like even at the party, y'all are, Attorney Ben Crump, he gets on the stage during the speaking portion along with President Lewis or Bacheloress Lewis. And they are, when I tell you, shouting, endorsing Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. They're like, it's not even a question what we about to do on November the 5th.
Oh, yeah.
And they were saying things like, we are in full support of this Black woman. To be in a room and see all of these professional Black men not only show, like physically demonstrate, and give me this renewed faith of just loving Black women. From the moment I crossed the threshold and went into the room, the reception room, I was just like, thank you. Like, my ego, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Yeah, it really is, perception versus reality. Like you said, that's the image that a lot of people get from the cues. We bark, we do this, we're very aggressive, but the reality is that we are always going to be respectful. We are mission driven. We do things with a purpose. We try not to just, party and that's it. I mean, like, party and some of the money's going to a scholarship, or it's always a purpose behind it. So, I'm glad that you got to experience that.
Yeah, look, Omegas. Let me tell y'all right now, you got an ambassador over here. Can't nobody say nothing bad about y'all in front of me. And shout out to the ladies of Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated, because as the sisters of Omega Psi Phi, they were in the building. Everybody, but Telly, it's like that party, everybody was so just happy to be there. Mm-hmm. Everybody was cool. Everybody was friendly. Everybody looked great.
Yeah.
And just like you said, the mission, I mean, even how many parties do you go to where you're ready to party, but you're also leaving with a further awareness of why we're here at this Congressional Black Caucus Foundation Conference? So now, on the flip side,
ooh.
Give me a little controversial music, Randy. Somebody named Randy's talking about me, DJ Ricky. Truth Nation, I got a question for you, and I got to start with you, Telly. Now, you are a public figure. I know you've experienced where people stop you and just recognize who you are, and you may not even be in the best mood, but as a public figure, engaging with the public as a public figure, especially if you are out in the public, you can't be a you-know-what.
Right.
So we come back from break. I got a question, and I'm going to start with you, Telly, because, and I'm debating, Telly, on whether or not I say names.
Oh, man. And see, that's the problem. We protect people that do something that's wrong. And then we feel wrong if we say what they did.
Okay, so bump it. I'll tell you what I'll definitely do if y'all stay locked in. If y'all stay locked in, I'm going to talk about some experiences with public figures, both good and not so good. And the question is, have you ever encountered a celebrity or public figure in the public where you approach them and just let them know how much you have or currently admire? Maybe, my mom grew up playing your music, or, my father introduced me to you when I was a kid, and they are rude. Mm-hmm. My question is, are celebrities and or public figures obligated when they are out in public to engage with admirers or fans when they are approached? 833-212-1017 is our Truth Talk and text line, because I'm going to give y'all some examples of what I experienced over CBC, and I'm going to pray on it because I really want to drop some names, but y'all got to stay locked in. You are listening to the best morning show on planet Earth. We're going to start with Telly, because I know Telly has experienced where people have come up to him and say, hey, man.
Yeah,
are we obligated?
I've been out to dinner with my family, and someone would come up to me while I'm eating dinner and, hey, I watch you. I want to get a picture. And
what did Debbie Allen tell y'all? Fame costs. And right here is where you start paying. Stay tuned, y'all. This is the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
million. So don't miss our Truth Be Told monthly interview with Old National Bank at 8 a.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Ring in the changing of the seasons with the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. There's a sense of pride, community, and work ethic that's second to none. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. We've been here and will continue to be here for as long as you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place and instead of what you came for, you found a phone number? 1-800-662-HELP. What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? Before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. For help with drug use, call 1-800-662-HELP for free and confidential information and treatment referral, or go to samhsa.gov/knowtherisks.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
All right, y'all. It is Monday, September 16th. Good morning. Hope you had a great weekend and you're getting your day off started on a great note. So check this out. I just came back from the Congressional Black Caucus, which took place in Washington, D.C. Over 15,000 people were in attendance. Of those 15,000, the vast majority are black folks. You got a lot of community leaders, civil rights activists, all different types of politicians, elected officials. And speaking of which, during the Phoenix Awards Gala that takes place every year, the final night of the conference. So this year, Madam Vice President Kamala Harris and President Joe Biden.
She came out and said that black dress, that was a little...
Okay.
Hey, I thought, look, I'm like, all right, I ain't supposed to be looking at you like that, am I?
Oh, it's going to be hard for a lot of folks. They're going to be like...
I said, Kamala, she cleans up well, as
she's a beautiful lady.
Yeah,
she's a beautiful lady.
That was a nice dress, though.
Yeah, she looked amazing. And, you know, she's very athletic. And so, check this out, y'all. Because I've struggled with this. And here's the reality. If you are a public figure and or celebrity, because you could be both, like Reverend Al Sharpton, he's a community advocate. He's a reverend of the church. He's a clergyman, but he's also a celebrity. Not too many people, whether they are black or not, when they hear the word or the name Al Sharpton, don't know who he is, or at least can picture his face. My question is to you, Truth Nation. Do you feel that public figures or celebrities, when they are out in public, they should know that the assignment is when you are approached by a fan or someone who has let you know that they admire you, to reciprocate? Now, I'm going to tell y'all this quick story. I ran into Dee Dee from Dee Dee in the Morning. First of all, she is stunning in person.
I met her before, yes.
And I have followed her for decades, even when she was, on the Doug Banks show. Rest in peace, Doug Banks. And she's literally getting into her black car, her black SUV, going to some event. She looked amazing. And I was like, Telly, I'm not starstruck, but I saw her. I literally almost got emotional because I love her that much. I've admired her forever. She gets out the truck. She tells the driver, hold on one second. She gets out the truck. I'm getting emotional thinking about it. And she grabbed my arms and she said, oh my God. She was like, hey, how are you? And I'm like, how are you? I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Y'all the effective communication coach. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And she just was so welcoming, so warm. She asked me how I am, what's my name, what do I do? And we exchanged information. Now, mind you, I didn't get a chance to take a picture because, for her to just stop and get out the car. Who else was really, really cool? I mean, again, I'm not a big starstruck person like Attorney Ben Crump. I was talking to him like any other, leader. Then we get to this one particular person, Telly. And I'm thinking, do I say her name, DJ Ricky? Do I say this person's name, or do I just, try to be nice? Because I
feel like you should say that name because I have an opinion on this subject as well.
I'll give the initials. How about that? What do you think, Telly?
I'll just say it. It rhymes with Bangela Die. Was that good? It rhymes with Bangela Die.
What frustrates me so much is the fact that she is one of the most beautiful and intelligent. It's very rare you get both. She is stunning, and she's even more beautiful in person, and she has a brilliant mind. And so she's at this party, sitting in a corner. And again, it wasn't like she was like taped off and she had like bodyguards in front saying, no. She obviously, because the party that I went to that she was there, she was one of the speakers when they had their panel discussion segment. So I walked by her and I see her and I said, good evening. I said, thank you for everything that you're doing. I'm a huge admirer. Hey, how you doing? Didn't even make eye contact. Just kept looking at her phone. I was like, wow. Now, you ready for this? Do you know who was loving, welcoming? We exchanged information. She was like, I love she goes, are you in TV or radio? And I was like, I'm in radio. She's like, your voice, just wonderful human being. And I don't care what y'all say. Because, like Dr. Maya Angelou says, people do not remember what you said or what you did, but they remember how you made them feel. Omarosa, I don't care what y'all think. She was so sweet.
Omarosa was in the building?
Look, let me show you this picture, y'all. I'm going to text it to DJ Ricky. Maybe he can put Omarosa. And again, you can feel however you want to feel about her. That I respect however you feel. I'm just telling you that Omarosa, when I approached her, she reciprocated immediately. She is speaking to me like a black woman should speak to another black woman. Because here's the thing, Bangela Die. If I'm in the same room as you, what that tell you?
Right.
Come on, somebody.
I didn't sneak in.
Yeah. If I'm in the same room as you, what that tell you? I could have been a sponsor.
Yeah.
I could have been a representative from one of the companies that was sponsoring that party. But I've had somebody else, Dolan Carton. He's another one. Dolan Carton. Remember, we're not saying names. We're just giving the wrong. Yeah. Dolan Carton. That's another one.
Oh, I know who that one is.
My thing is, how are you a advocate of the community, and you're in front of all these non-black people on platforms like CNN, MSNBC? You are known as an advocate for your community, but when one of us walk up to you, you want to act like you're better than thou. I cannot stand that. I get people, and let me just put this out there. I am not saying I'm a celebrity. However, I am a public figure. That's a fact. And I know what comes with that. When people come up to me, Telly, and please tell me how you feel about this. I don't care if I'm having the worst day in life. I'm going to reciprocate. Now, I'm not saying some listeners may be like, well, I saw Denise out and she looked like somebody stole her bicycle or did it. Please trust and believe that is never my intention. 99.9% of the time, I'm very intentional about making sure if somebody walks up to me, especially if it's a future leader and they say, I listened to you or I've seen you speak, blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Because what did Mama Hughes teach us?
Yeah. Well, I was telling Denise offline where when I was working with the Brewers, I used to get approached a lot. And even before break, I said that, there are times where I will be out eating with my family and someone may come up. And if I'm coming, if you are allowing me into your home every day, and in baseball, it's every day, I think that at the very least, if you get a chance to see someone like that in person, you could be receptive of that, because there is a time where no one cared who you were.
Come on, somebody.
And so it really does, like you said, people won't remember things you said, but they will make you remember how you feel. I was also sharing a story with you. We have a coworker. It made me feel old, but it made me feel good that I left this impression. But he was like, hey, I grew up watching the Brewers.
Yeah.
And I remember one time we traveled with the Brewers, to Pittsburgh or something, and you took time to come where we were and took pictures and signed stuff for us and everything.
And how long ago was that?
And that was at least...
No, I'm saying from the time, like when he was telling you that, the actual, like, when did that happen?
Yeah, no, so he told me this probably like 3 months ago, and this had to have happened back in 2014.
You see what I'm saying? People don't forget how you make them feel.
2014, and so I just, and when I got that feeling, I understood that, man, you have the ability to impact someone's day. Like, someone may had a good day just because they met you.
See?
And so I took that responsibility to heart and said, hey, as long as I'm in this position where people actually care who I am, I'm going to make sure that I'm nice and reciprocate the love.
I mean, who do you think you are? My thing is, if you're out in public, it's just like, Telly, yesterday or the day before, and I'm just using it as an example. Trust me, we're not going to be talking about this during today's segment. Ben Affleck and J-Lo, after she filed for divorce, Ricky said, they were seen yesterday or the day before at a restaurant in Beverly Hills. And if you Google the images, Ben Affleck looks very frustrated, and you could tell there was a lot of still tension, and he's arguing with her. And all the comments, and I was like, thank you. If you don't want to be bothered by the public,
don't go in public.
You got a whole $65 million house with 45 bedrooms, 80 bathrooms. Why are you out in public?
Yeah.
If you don't want to be bothered. Like that, I've never understood that. Why some celebrities, they're so rude now. Truth Nation, am I wrong for feeling that way? Is it when celebrities or public figures are out in public, are they obligated when a fan or an admirer approaches them to respond, to reciprocate, to be like, hey, how you doing? And again, if they're out in public, 833-212-1017.
We're getting a little love on the YouTube message board. DVJ said, LeBron was at a restaurant I worked at, and I didn't speak to him or approach him at all. And when he left, he walked over to me and shook my hand. Maybe he appreciated me not bothering him, or maybe he noticed I was the only black person working there too. Well, it could be a combination of both.
Either
DVJ.
way.
Yeah, but either way, you respected his space, and in return, you could have, he probably would have taken a picture with you, or and I've met LeBron, and talked to him several times. He is a cool dude. Like, he would have taken a picture with you, by the way, if you would have asked.
And see, like you said, so I've never heard anything negative about LeBron James in terms of how he engages with fans. There was a recent video in Paris where some little boy.
Yeah, and he was like,
but see, now that I respect.
Yeah.
Because you can't just walk up on me and put a camera in my face.
Right.
Like, dang, can I get off the car first?
Right. And I don't even know who you are, where this video being posted.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Now, I get
you
that.
Don't do me like that.
There's an exception to every rule, and there are boundaries. But for you to be like, what we call her? D'Angela Kai?
Well, someone, City Boy, figured it out and said Angela is full of herself and a crybaby. August says Roland Martin, a.k.a. Roly Poly.
Got the nerve to be rude to your own. You sit here on Fox News, CNBC, and, I'm for the people. And then when the people come up to you, then you want to act brand new.
Yeah. You have.
And we in the same room.
There's a reason why people, some champions are just champions and some people are people's champions. And I think it's kind of our fault sometimes because we call these people celebrities or make them celebrities. It's like, all right, what constitutes you as a celebrity?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Like, what makes you a celebrity? I mean, why are we saying, oh, man, that's a celebrity? Like, man, this person, you ain't got no talent. You can't dance. You can't sing. Like, what? Like,
And the reason why, no, that's a great question. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you, Truth Nation, and Telly and I discussed this, as part of our pre-show discussion, is because this is not when I shared this story with other friends, they were like, oh yeah, that happened to me. I was on a flight. Mm-hmm. She was sitting in first class, or I was at an event and, I walked by and said, hey, Dolan. And same thing. Yeah. And I said, what is wrong? Like, how do you interface?
Everybody ain't cool, DT. Like, it's just, we want them to be. And when because we already have this perception of how they're going to be if we met them. Like, man, this person seemed like they're going to be cool, or, I really like this person. And then you could meet them and be very disappointed.
And here's the thing, in terms of the disappointment, this is how I know that these individuals, I was going to say a bad word. These individuals are on some garbage, mm-hmm. because it would have taken her 2 seconds. It would have taken him 2 seconds to just look up and be like, hey, thank you, queen, or thank you, sis. Appreciate you. Great to see you. Bam.
But you know what I don't like, though? They'll do you like that. But if that was Van Jones that walked up, hey, Angela, what's up? Oh, hey, Van.
See?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the part I don't like. That happened to me at NABJ not too long ago. There was a certain executive, and he was the whole time very, just looking down on his phone. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to talk to him. And, well, we'll see what we got. I'll let you know. And then my boy Kevin Frazier walks up. What's up?
See?
Oh, dang, what's going on? And I was just sitting there. But the thing was, I know Kevin. I've been knowing Kevin for 20 years. And so when I saw this reaction, I was like, yeah, I see what you on.
And you don't forget that, Telly. When you see what they're on, you put that in your back pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Because I guarantee you the way that life works, and Andre 3000 from the rap group or hip-hop group Outkast said this, the cycle is that those that are on top, they will eventually be on the bottom. Mm-hmm. And the Bible even says the first shall be last and the last shall be first. You cannot think. And my other is these are people who are supposed to be, I love black people, and mm-hmm. we gonna support them. And when a black person walk up to you, because see, the old DT would have been like, oh, wait a minute, heifer, I'm just as pretty, smart. I'm in the same room you in, but see, I didn't do that. Yeah. I just walked on. I was like, okay, bet. I remember that, because there very, very well may be a time where you need to be on this show. Don't sleep on Milwaukee or Wisconsin, especially during this time.
Mm-hmm. Well, be careful.
So let's take a break. When we come back, we've got some updates, and one of which, this hurts my heart, as last week we lost Frankie Beverly and we lost James Earl Jones. We have lost another legend. According to the reports today, we come back, we're going to discuss who this third legend is, their contribution, and their legacy. You are listening to the best morning show on planet Earth, Truth Be Told, with DT and Telly on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the new 101.7 The Truth. Here is Telly Hughes with his truth.
I want to stress the importance of a positive mindset. Everything begins as a thought before it ever becomes an action. So it's extremely important to purposely place yourself in positive spaces to help shape and nurture those thoughts. I know you're probably thinking, okay, Telly, let's be realistic. Look, I get it. You may work with people with bad energy, or you may even be related to people who are negative by nature. In this journey called life, there will be many things that come your way that's out of your control. But what you can control is how you respond. Understand this. You have the right to either tap in or tap out of whatever energy that may come your way. And that's how you can control and protect your positive spaces. The mind is where it all starts, and if your thoughts are centered around positivity, you'll see how things begin to transform. you will see a noticeable difference between things happening for you versus things always happening to you. You begin to grow through situations as opposed to just going through tough situations. Make it a priority to surround yourself with positive people and create those positive spaces and begin to experience the fruits of what a positive mindset can produce. Trust me, it takes work to creating these spaces, and you have to be intentional about it. And I'm committed to putting in the work because I'm living proof that it's well worth the peace a positive mindset brings.
This has been Truth Takes on the new 1017 The Truth. Listen to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Over the past 20 years, Wisconsin has seen a huge increase in reported elder abuse cases. Elder abuse is the verbal, physical, emotional, sexual, or financial abuse of a senior citizen. It can also be the intentional or unintentional neglect of an older person. Wisconsin's population of seniors 65 and older is projected to grow significantly in the coming decades. That's why we all share the responsibility to help protect our seniors by recognizing and reporting any signs of elder abuse. If you believe that elder abuse has been inflicted upon yourself or someone you know, please report it. Call the Wisconsin Elder Abuse Hotline toll-free at 1-833-586-0107 or visit reportelderabusewI.org. Respect our elders. Report abuse. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Justice.
This project is supported by the Administration for Community Living, ACL, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, as part of a financial assistance award totaling $120,000 with 100% funding by ACL HHS. The contents are those of the authors and do not necessarily represent the official views of, nor an endorsement by ACL HHS or the U.S. government.
Ring in the changing of the seasons with the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra when it presents When the Saints Go Marching In, September 20th through the 22nd at the Bradley Symphony Center. The MSO and its newly appointed principal pops conductor Byron Stripling will be joined on stage by Broadway star Crystal Monet Hall, organist Bobby Floyd, and drummer Jim Rupp for a musical journey through the roots of the blues with songs like Alexander's Ragtime Band, St. Louis Blues, Sweet Georgia Brown, and so many others. Visit MSO.org to reserve your best seats now or call the box office at 414-291-7605. Come and experience some of the most iconic hits to come out of New Orleans and the Jazz Age with When the Saints Go Marching In, running September 20th through the 22nd only. The number again for tickets is 414-291-7605 or online at MSO.org.
Right now, we still have the issue at National and Brewers Boulevard. That area is going to be kind of messed up right now. We did have a deadly accident through that area. That intersection, just don't even try it. Westbound 94 is backed up out of the Marquette all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound 94, heavy from the zoo through the Stadium interchange. And then on southbound 43, you're seeing backups from just before Hampton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny, warm, a high of the 83 at the lakefront, 88 inland tonight, mostly clear, a low of 63. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
It is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, we have teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, we will be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses. Visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That is blackbusinessgiveback.com to sign up today. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC. NYC.
And Truth Nation, make sure you tune in to The Truth on Politics tomorrow night from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. This monthly show is a Truth Family Roundtable, which engages in a thoughtful debate on local elections, policies which impact you all. And we're going to break down what you need to know about last week's presidential debate. Now, do not miss this, y'all. I flew in from Dallas to be here for that, y'all, so I really appreciate it if you tune in tomorrow. You do not want to miss The Truth on Politics tomorrow night from 6 to 8 p.m. with Dr. Ken Harris, Sherwin Hughes, yours truly, DT, Tori Lowe, and Brother Damian Elzie on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth Milwaukee Black Talk on our YouTube message board. City Boy 826 asked, did Kamala ever do her interview with NABJ? It's so interesting that you ask, City Boy 26, because the National Association of Black Journalists, also known as NABJ, which our very own Telly is a proud member, will host an in-person conversation with Madam Vice President Kamala Harris tomorrow as well. She will sit down with NABJ. It will be broadcasted from downtown Philadelphia. The event will be attended by NABJ professional and student members and 100 journalism and communication students from local HBCUs. It is not a campaign event, and it will not be open to the public. But to answer your question, it will be streamed on YouTube and Facebook. It's going to be hosted by WHYY tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, 1:30 p.m. Central. So that's why you want to make sure that you tune in to Truth on Politics following at 6 p.m. because we will be talking about this conversation as well. So City Boy, nice. 826, that is the answer to your question. That's what we do here on Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. We give you what you want. Tomorrow, before Truth on Politics, at 1:30 p.m., go to Facebook, search for WHYY, where the National Association of Black Journalists, NABJ, will host an in-person conversation with Madam Vice President Kamala Harris in Philadelphia. And then you can tune in to us, where we're going to talk about it. Truth on Politics here.
I'm looking forward to it.
Right? Tomorrow
yeah,
going to be
I'm gonna be listening.
Very, very interesting day.
Yes.
All right. In other news, and why does it always happen in threes?
Yeah.
When we lose legends, it always happens in threes. If you have not heard, Tito Jackson of the famous world-renowned Jackson 5 family passed away yesterday. And he died at the age of 70. He was the brother of Michael Jackson and the co-founder of the Jackson 5. Tito Jackson has 3 sons, Taj, TJ, and Terrell. They were actually in a famous, I don't want to say famous, but they had an album. They were a group. T3.
Yeah, you could leave the famous part out.
Man, Katherine Jackson, the mother, she's now had to bury 3 kids. A lot of people say, what do you mean 3? Well, Marlon was a twin. Marlon Jackson.
Oh.
So when the twins were born, and I apologize, I can't remember the name of the twin that passed, but Katherine Jackson's now had to bury a twin, Michael, and now Tito. Man, 70 years old, that's young.
That is young. Shoot, Michael was only 50.
Man. And do we know what the cause of death was? Has that been released? I'm not seeing anything in the news reporting the cause of his death, but obviously it was a shock because his 3 sons have released a joint Instagram statement saying that they were all shocked and saddened while describing their dad as someone who cared about everyone and will be deeply missed. So yes, an official cause of death has not been released as of yet. But 70 years, that's not old.
That's not old.
Especially when you got access to like the best doctors and healthcare.
And Frankie Beverly was only 77.
Mm-hmm.
And
James Earl Jones was 93.
93, yes. So for him, you can say that he lived a pretty full life. But at 77 and 70 now for Tito Jackson, that's not old. That is not old
at all. And the fact that the sons, his 3 sons, released a public statement on Instagram saying they were shocked, not just saddened, but shocked.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting as more information regarding Tito Jackson, who passed away. According to his family, they announced that Tito Jackson, co-founder of the Jackson 5, brother of Michael Jackson, Randy Jackson, Jackie. I shouldn't say this, but he's my favorite. Jackie Jackson.
I was actually going to ask y'all which Jackson was y'all favorite.
Next to Michael, absolutely Jackie.
After Mike, I ain't really know them like that. Who was my favorite? Janet.
You almost made me spit my coffee out. You almost made me spit my coffee out.
I would say after Mike, it was Jermaine and Janet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why Jermaine?
Jermaine had some bops. He had some hits. Like Daddy's Home.
Why don't you do what you do when you did what you
That's
did?
the only song that I know Jermaine's.
Oh, no, there was another one. It was a fast one.
He had a Daddy's Home, too.
Now, see, I don't even know about no.
Daddy's Home.
That's Usher. No, I'm just playing.
That's
Usher, DJ Ricky.
No,
Wake up!
That is not
I just want to get
Usher.
your attention.
See,
I'm gonna have to
Look,
go
now he about to go pull it up.
You know
Look,
I will.
Look, you know, I guarantee you it's going to sound like a Parliament funk song. Watch.
No, it came out in the 80s. I can't believe y'all don't know this.
Okay.
I don't know
Watch.
about that.
Guarantee if Ricky loves the song and we never heard of it, guarantee you it's going to have George Clinton in the background. What's that? Watch. Guarantee you. It's going to be one of Jermaine Jackson's funk class. DJ Ricky.
Y'all don't know no good.
Talking about Daddy's Home by Jermaine Jackson. You don't go have a seat. Ain't nobody heard that mess.
Ain't nobody heard that.
Truth Nation. And he said, look, I love how Ricky.
Truth Nation.
I love
They don't.
Hey, he's standing on it too.
They know. Ask them.
Truth Nation. Okay, just to entertain Ricky. Look, watch this. Watch this patronizing tone. Have you heard of the chart-topping classic hit by Jermaine Jackson, "Daddy's Home"? I ain't never heard no song by Jermaine Jackson called "Daddy Home."
I don't know either.
Why don't you do what you do? Now look, Tito.
Was it a banger, Ricky?
It was a banger.
It was a banger. Like they'd make the panties thrown to the stage. It was one of them.
Now, before you answer that question, look at somebody who wears panties, okay? I ain't never heard no. Yeah, so Tito, back to Tito. Tito, did you know this? Tito also had a solo career.
I did not.
He recorded 2 albums, including Tito Time, which was released back in 2016.
Who did they release? Like, what labels did they release these under? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
You going to H-E
I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all, man. But these songs, we got Daddy's Home, and we got Tito Time.
I'm like Usher, Jermaine. Oh, of course. Guess who's gonna call it co-sign it? Black Conscious. You probably called Black Conscious.
Black Conscious.
Here we
man.
go. Black
Talk
Conscious.
to him, man.
You are live with DT and Telly. What is your question or comment?
Knowledge yourself and good health. And yeah.
Grand Rising.
I am at that age when I can talk about the Jacksons. But, you know, Daddy wasn't never home because Papa was a Rolling Stone. But there, he did put out that track. And it was whack. But nonetheless.
Obviously.
It was loved by some, you know, some true music connoisseurs like DJ Ricky. So, if you got that cut, drop that needle on that.
No, we're good. Thank you, Black Conscious. See, here's the thing. You seem to misconstrue listener, producer. And then Telly and I, we're the co-hosts. So see, you can say, first of all, how you gonna call in and tell the producer what to play?
I didn't tell him what to play. I said drop the needle. I didn't tell him he already got it queued up. But live righteous, y'all. I gotta get to work.
Like we don't. I love Black Conscious.
I gotta get to work.
I gotta get to work. We all trying to get to work, Black Conscious. All right, but we love you, Black Conscious. Thank you for calling in. 833-212-1017. Again, Tito Jackson of the famous world-renowned Jackson 5 group, who was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1997, has passed away at the age of 70. Condolences to the entire Jackson family, especially Katherine Jackson, the matriarch of the family, as this is the third child that she has had to bury, in addition to Michael Jackson and Marlon's twin brother, who passed away at birth. This is the best morning show on planet Earth, Truth Be Told, with DT and Telly. When we come back, former President Donald Trump has tweeted once again, and once again, it has a number of people saying, say what? Stay locked in. We'll be back.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's your boy Benjamin, and I am Milwaukee. Milwaukee has aided in my growth and has witnessed my evolution from a young man from Racine to becoming the man that I am today. When I was young, traveling to and from Milwaukee, Milwaukee would always give me a piece of what a city with beautiful summers, beautiful people, and beautiful artistry looked like. And now as I serve the people through my art, I see why Milwaukee had to be a part of my journey. Join me on Jamming with Juice between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. on 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place? You know, that spot that only you know about? And instead of what you came for, you found something a little different. What if instead of your private stash, you found a simple phone number, 1-800-662-HELP? What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? Would you make the call? The truth is, all drug use comes with risk. Before those risks become real, before drugs turn your life upside down, before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. If you or someone you love is struggling with drug use or prescription drug misuse, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, or go to samhsa.gov/thereishelp.
Ring in the changing of the seasons with the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra when it presents When the Saints Go Marching In, September 20th through the 22nd at the Bradley Symphony Center. The MSO and its newly appointed principal pops conductor, Byron Stripling, will be joined on stage by Broadway star Crystal Monet Hall, organist Bobby Floyd, and drummer Jim Rupp for a musical journey through the roots of the blues with songs like Alexander's Ragtime Band, St. Louis Blues, Sweet Georgia Brown, and so many others. Visit MSO.org to reserve your best seats now or call the box office at 414-291-7605. Come and experience some of the most iconic hits to come out of New Orleans and the Jazz Age with When the Saints Go Marching In, running September 20th through the 22nd only. The number again for tickets is 414-291-7605 or online at MSO.org.
At Gruber Law Offices, we've helped tens of thousands of families after a serious accident. Our priority has always been our clients. We're here for you whenever you may need us. One call, that's all.
For general contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Let me see you go back. Let me see you come forward. Now let me see you go back. Let me see you come forward. Let me see you go.
All right, Truth Nation. I have a serious question. I want to present this question, and I am asking this question out of complete ignorance. And I want to direct this question. First, Telly, I want to get your reaction as a human being. And I also want to direct this question to our valued listeners who support reelecting former President Donald Trump. And I thought, Truth Nation, I thought really long and hard about this in terms of how I was going to angle it, to the point where my stomach, I rarely feel nervous, but I am feeling really nervous about where this country is heading. And in all seriousness and out of ignorance, I really want to understand from Trump supporters, how did we get to a place where someone who has already been elected and served this country as president of the United States and is up for re-election? I never in my life thought that I would read a tweet or an Instagram or any type of social media post where someone who could be the next leader of the free world uses the word hate and is still neck to neck with their opponent. Now, I get why a lot of, especially black people, are saying, look, in my eyes, I feel like I had more money. Housing was affordable. Bacon and eggs were more affordable. You know, I had money. My family, we were eating good when former President Donald Trump was in office. Okay, I respect that. Look, listen, y'all have heard me say this. How you feel is how you feel.
Immigrants weren't eating dogs, but I'll let you finish.
I'll allow it.
I'm trying to understand with the fact that this is still supposed to be the United States of America. And I'm not joking, because I almost got sick to my stomach, not based on former President Donald Trump tweeting, "I hate Taylor Swift," but the reality that this man keeps winning and he's neck and neck. And I'm trying to understand, how can you support a leader? Do you know, like, let's just look at it from a business standpoint, because everybody's like, well, he's a good businessman. Do you know how many CEOs of Fortune 50, let's just go 50, Fortune 50 companies that would be fired immediately if they tweeted, "I hate anybody," for that matter? Mm-hmm. How did we get here?
I definitely have my opinion on that, and I can't wait to get to it after the break, because it all comes full circle, no matter what you do or how you position it, and I'm going to tell you why or how it is coming full circle for him.
Okay, because please, Trump supporters, 833-212-1017. How can you feel confident? And again, this is not a rhetorical question. What makes you feel confident about the safety and security, and what type of messaging we're sending our future leaders when someone who is running to lead this country is using words like, "I hate this person," simply because they don't want to vote for him? Mm-hmm. 833-212-1017. This is not a game. Hate speech is against the law. And when you are a leader and you use the word hate, help me understand, y'all. We'll be back.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Friday Night Lights officially lives here. 1017 The Truth is the proud home of Marquette University High School championship football. Be sure to tune in every Friday night at 7 p.m. as we bring you some of the best gridiron action in the area. Marquette Hilltoppers football is presented by Gruber Law Offices and sponsored by Capital Insurance Agency, Magic Productions, Annex Wealth Management, C.G. Schmidt, Left's Lucky Town, Boyle Fredrickson Intellectual Property Law, and Marquette University High School. Coming with straight truth.
When you mix anything with white supremacy, it fails. I think feminism is great. I really do. I want women to be as feminist as they want to be and fight for their rights, because as a man, I literally lose nothing. That's the same mode of thinking where people believe if African Americans have total equality and fairness, that white people are going to lose something. No, they won't. Won't lose anything.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Milwaukee Black Talk.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. And never give in to a meltdown. you'd never lick your thumb to clean their face, never let them have too much screen time, and never bribe them for just one more bite. You say you'd never let them out in public without their hair brushed, never ever become a minivan mom, and you'd never give them your phone for a quiet dinner.
Calling boss work phone.
So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Attention Milwaukee County residents. Are you prepared for the unexpected? From sudden storms to unforeseen emergencies, readiness is key. Take charge of your safety with a family emergency plan and an essential emergency kit. Stay informed and connected during emergencies. For tips and resources, visit us online or contact the Milwaukee County Office of Emergency Management. Prepare now, stay safe, and build a resilient community together, because readiness starts with you.
People across Wisconsin are enjoying the rewards, stability, and flexibility of a career in healthcare. Why not you? Wish Caregiver Careers can get you started as a certified direct care professional. You'll learn the skills you need to make life better for older adults or people with a disability. All training is free and online. Plus, earn $500 in bonuses. Start your new career. Sign up today at WisCaregiverCDCP.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Truth Nation, stand up and tap in. This is 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. It is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Good morning, Truth Nation. It is 8 a.m. Monday, September the 16th. Hope you had a great weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in and getting your day started with us. Let's get right into it. We're discussing, and again, I just want to listen, Telly. I just want to represent the question and listen, because especially from those who are supporting and endorsing former President Donald Trump, who was running for re-election, recently tweeted, "I hate Taylor Swift, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point." Like, not disagree or just not say anything at all, but literally, I hate Taylor Swift. Al, thank you for your patience. You are live with DT and Telly. What is your question or comment?
My comment is, we got here due to his mouth. What he hates is all those assassinations attempts is by his own people. Not no migrants, not no Haitians, or no immigrants. But this is where it gets rich. The reason why black people vote for Trump and stand by him, because he is white. Because if they was black, he would be every ignorant, porch, N-word in the book. They crave the color of that orange skin, and they want to be in his shoes. But they fail to realize once they get that diaper in that waistline, they'll think they in hell. Have a happy Monday. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Al, as always. I mean, I'm serious. So if you haven't already read the post, so Tuesday night after the presidential debate, the first presidential debate between Madam Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump, Taylor Swift took to her Instagram and posted an endorsement of Kamala Harris, as well as a link to drive people, including her followers, to visit vote.gov and register to vote. Now, and again, it's literally making me nervous. I'm not joking. I'm trying to, and here's the thing. Anytime me and Telly discuss the presidential candidates, we receive a number of engagements, comments on our YouTube message board, which you can watch and stream Telly and I live right now on YouTube at 1017thetruth.com. Nobody say anything. Like, how do you vote or how do you support? I'm asking Telly, how do you support someone? And what's crazy that people are forgetting, the world is watching. If I knew that the most powerful country of the free world has a potential leader who is using words like hate, where the potential of unified leadership, bipartisanship is out the door. If I were an enemy of the United States of America, I'd be like, look at that.
Yeah.
Boy, we can't wait for this election.
Yeah.
Look. They can't even talk about themselves in a respectful way. Hey, military, get ready. Get ready, because the USA is not what they used to be. If you look at any presidential debates, Telly, prior to Madam Secretary Hillary Clinton and former President Donald Trump back in 2016, and this is a fact, this is not even a feeling. If you go back and watch any presidential debate, I guarantee you 100% you even heard the different candidates saying, I actually agree with so and so, and as it relates, we have become a country that is so divided, where we have someone who is running for president using the word on a huge platform, I hate Taylor Swift. What type of messaging does that send to our future leaders?
Yeah.
I'm asking.
To me, DT, and it's not going to be very long, but I think how I was saying that it comes full circle. You can't just keep spewing evil and hate into the world and don't think it's going to come back and get you at some point. And that, again, has everything to do with what Al was talking about, another assassination attempt on Trump yesterday while he was playing golf. And that's the funniest thing to me. Like, as much as I love golf, if I'm running for president, I don't know if I got time to be golfing. Just me. And when you are blasting your opponents even when President Biden was running, old Sleepy Joe, he doesn't leave his house and this, that, the other. But you got time to play golf? And again, I just don't believe you can continuously spew hate, evil, divisiveness, and don't think that none of that is going to come back. And you just think you're just going to get love back all the time? Yes, his base absolutely loves him, and he knows this. And he knows he can say whatever, and they're going to vote for him. And he knows this. But when you come out I hate anything.
Here's the thing. A young woman.
Yeah.
Like, where is you're a whole grown man, and you're talking about a young lady. So if you have not heard, as Telly had just reported, breaking news, Donald Trump was the target of what the FBI has reported, and I quote, appears to be another attempted assassination at his golf club in West Palm Beach, Florida, just yesterday. This is, again, just 9 weeks after former President Donald Trump, who is the Republican presidential nominee, survived another attempt on his life. President Biden has released a statement that he will make sure that any and every Secret Service support that former President Donald Trump needs during the duration of this campaign, that will be provided. So apparently, U.S. Secret Service agents stationed a few holes up from where Trump was playing noticed the muzzle of an AK-style rifle sticking through the shrubbery that lines the course roughly 400 yards away. An agent fired, and the gunman dropped the rifle and fled in an SUV, leaving the firearm behind along with 2 backpacks, as well as a scope used for aiming and a GoPro camera. And this was according to Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw. So another apparent assassination attempt has taken place against former President Donald Trump in West Palm Beach, Florida, a golf club yesterday, a golf club course yesterday.
Yeah.
Tasha, thank you so much for your patience. You are live with DT and Telly. What is your question or comment?
Good morning, y'all. Okay, here I go. Now, you know as well as I know it's shenanigans. Because why they keep attempting, ain't nobody shot him, and it's always close. You know, he just want people to look at him for anything. Did he do the black fist pump again? Like he's so full of it. Ain't nobody trying to kill that man. He is hiring people to do this. And he's so rich, these people don't care about sacrificing themselves. Because he going to make sure that people straight. Ain't nobody trying to kill that man. He's trying to kill himself. That's just the whole ploy, to make people look at him, to make it feel like he's doing something. He ain't doing nothing. And why is it all these, not to be funny, but poor white people? Because he a liar. It's shenanigans. That's all it is. Shenanigans.
Huh?
I ain't got time for that. It's shenanigans. And we see it. He stages things. He's a goofball. You know, he had people up in the debates clapping for him and all kind of hiring people. He's a goofball. Y'all know that.
Tasha brings up a good point. Let me kind of underscore. And Tasha, thank you so much for your call. We appreciate your call and listening. What I found interesting, she brings up a good point. This is what I also found interesting. Neither President Trump and Candace, what's our sister's name? Candace
Owens?
Yes. Candace Owens talked about this. I follow Candace Owens. I don't agree with everything that she says, but there's a lot of things that she says, and I'm like, huh. And she said, did you notice that the presidential debate took place just 62 days after the assassination attempt against former President Donald Trump? Not either Madam Vice President Kamala Harris or former President Donald Trump brought that up during the debate. Not once. How do you not bring up, especially former President Donald Trump, how do you not bring up that someone was attempting to assassinate you? Doesn't that, I'm just asking, doesn't that seem a little?
No, I have been saying that for the longest. And if you recall, he only brought it up once during the RNC. Now, people were wearing ear patches like they were Nelly Band-Aids, in support of him, which I thought was extremely over the top. But like if someone really tried to kill me and I'm trying to run for president for the people, not for myself, I think I would bring that up and say, hey, this is how much I want to be your president. People are trying to kill me, and I still...
Just something.
Yeah, but...
Something.
Because I think the only time he said something during the RNC was, I took a bullet for you. And they're talking about democracy, and I took a bullet for democracy. But yeah.
So
it's like it didn't even happen.
I'm just like, that's a big deal. Growing up, assassination attempts against a former president, especially someone who's running for re-election. Now, on our YouTube message board, and you can stream and watch Telly and I live on YouTube right now. Just simply go to YouTube, search for Truth Be Told with DT Telly. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I've got a question. On the YouTube message board, Powder P says, why would Trump try to kill himself if that's not the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life? If you watch the debate over, he did bring up the fact that somebody's trying to kill. Powder P, thank you so much, because you are obviously a Trump supporter. Can we stick to the subject at hand? Since we're talking about the dumbest thing you've ever heard, let me ask you a question, Powdered P. How do you feel about the person who you obviously are going to vote for, or considering voting for, President Donald Trump? How do you feel about a world leader of the free world tweeting that he hates somebody simply because they don't want to vote for him? Is that not the dumbest thing you've ever heard? I'm asking, Powder P. If we gonna go there, let's go there.
We have never heard any leader say, I hate Kim Jong-un, I hate Putin, I hate Netanyahu.
Here's the thing, and this is for all the Trump supporters, as well as Americans. This is not a joke. This is not a game. The world is watching. This is one of the most historical presidential elections in this country. This is not anything to play with. And the world is watching also enemies enemies are watching. And regardless of how you feel and who you want to vote for, and that's fine. I'm not tripping off of who you want to vote for. But what I'm trying to understand is that how do you rationalize supporting a potential world leader that uses and tweets things like, I hate someone, simply because, like, I hate to see the Capitol being attacked on January 6th. I hate to witness this much division in this country. I want to help unify us. I hate to see
these school shootings. I hate to see
none of that, but I hate Taylor Swift. Please, Powder P, as well as all the other Trump supporters, help me understand how that is leadership. Any CEO, because again, former President Donald Trump is regarded as a very successful businessman who can get this country back on track. Okay, name me one CEO of a Fortune 50 company that has ever publicly said they hate any person. I'll wait.
Ain't nobody finna say that but mess up that money.
And it's not right. It's called hate speech. And here's the thing. Usually hate speech is very subliminal, but you understand that it's targeted. And by the way, since we on the topic, Telly, Kyrie Irving, Kanye West, they never said anything to this degree, but yet were persecuted by the Jewish community and other members of this country.
Oh, yeah.
But you got a whole presidential candidate. Again, I'm trying to understand. Powder P, I'm waiting on you, brother.
You on fire, DT? Go ahead, tell him.
Because I'm trying to understand how, because here's the thing. You think it's a game and it's not. You think, because here's what you're sending. The message as a leader of the free world, you are telling young people, and you wonder why we're having school shootings. You wonder why there is so much divisiveness in this country, because our leader is perpetuating that. Are y'all with me? You think this is a joke? Like the countries outside of the U.S., they are laughing. And if you want to really go there, and I'm not trying to pump no Kool-Aid, Telly, but the reality is that the more they see, have you ever studied the concept of war? And as your enemy and your opponent is preparing to attack you, they look at when you're the most vulnerable. And ladies and gentlemen of the United States of America, when you have a presidential candidate tweeting about how old is Taylor Swift? 15? How old is she? 12?
She at least in her early to mid 20s.
Can we fact check?
I got you.
You a whole grown man. And you make the effort and time to tweet because she simply said, based on my beliefs, I don't care if it was 2 seconds after the debate, because everybody's like, she knew what she was going to say. So what? So what?
That's a 77, 78-year-old man just trying to join the Mean Girls Club.
Exactly. And look, let's go back to here's the thing. When you're ready to go to war with an opponent, Telly, you study, you research.
Yeah.
If you look at any of...
You ain't even got to say war. In any type of competition game, you are going to study your opponent, what their moves, what their weaknesses, what their strengths are, what I got to look out for. Like anybody that watches film on their next opponent. That's what you do.
Thank you. You're right. It's not even just war. It's competition.
Yeah.
What do you think the world, Truth Nation, is saying about this country? Every headline that BBC reports, all the world news reports, when we come back again, I'm just waiting for somebody to call in or text me. And thank you, Jean. Taylor Swift, she's 34? Dang,
I was way off.
Dang, she looked 12. What water is she drinking? She looked good.
She was in her 20s.
That's what I thought.
She got that Jesus.
She got that billionaire skincare. We come back. How do we support a leader who is going to lead the United States of America, who tweets, I hate another person? Just help me understand. 833-212-1017. When Eric Trump comes back on this show, I'm going to ask him the same question. For real, because I just want to understand, educate me on how that is a form of effective leadership, especially when the world is watching. We'll be back.
More of Truth Be Told with DT and Telly is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, the election season is in full swing, and we need to have an insightful discussion on the political issues that matter to the Black community. This monthly show engages in a thoughtful debate on the local and national elections and the policies which impact our community. Do not miss The Truth on Politics on September 17th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. with Dr. Ken Harris, Sherwin Hughes, Denise Thomas, Tori Lowe, and Damian Elzie on the award-winning 1017 The Truth and streaming live on YouTube.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place? You know, that spot that only you know about? And instead of what you came for, you found something a little different. What if instead of your private stash, you found a simple phone number, 1-800-662-HELP? What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? Would you make the call? The truth is, all drug use comes with risk. Before those risks become real, before drugs turn your life upside down, before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. If you or someone you love is struggling with drug use or prescription drug misuse, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, or go to samhsa.gov/thereishelp.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Milwaukee Health Services Incorporated is celebrating 35 years of serving all income and medically underserved populations of Milwaukee's metropolitan area. MHSI is a one-stop shop that provides medical, radiology, dental, pediatric, behavioral health, pharmacies with affordable medications, and more. Also, MHSI's new family medicine residency program, located at the Isaac Cobbs Heritage Health Center, has brought 28 family doctors to our area, which is significantly impacted by healthcare workforce shortages. Become a new patient today. To schedule an appointment, call 414-372-8080. Your health is their business.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. They're the window and door equivalent of hitting for the cycle. Pella manufactures all of their own products, and each one of those products gets tested thousands of times to ensure it stands the test of time. Quality craftsmanship and innovative design are built into every Pella product for timeless beauty and performance. Order by September 30th and get as low as $18 per window and $81 per patio door per month. Visit PellaWI.com today.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my eye, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, and trying to take my life away. I put up with me, my back on the wall. Now you.
All right, Truth Nation, you're listening to the best morning show on planet Earth. Telly, I got to just lean in and ask y'all to help me out here. Our Truth Talk and text line is 833-212-1017. Y'all quiet.
Yeah.
Any other time. Okay, so let's just get to it. Former President Donald Trump tweeted in response to Taylor Swift's public endorsement of Kamala Harris, and he tweeted yesterday, or was it Saturday?
Shoot, one of them.
It was either yesterday. It was either yesterday or
and Saturday.
He tweeted, "I hate Taylor Swift. I hate Taylor Swift. Any Fortune 50, any Fortune 100, any Fortune 500 company CEO that if they tweeted, 'I hate any person,' would be fired immediately." If Telly and I were on this show live and said that we hated anyone, it wouldn't even be like, Kyle and Cherie, they'd be like, thank you for your service.
Yeah, come on, somebody call. Al from Sherman Park, let us know he really wasn't saying hate.
I'm just trying to understand. Help me understand.
Yeah, help us understand.
We do have a caller.
Yeah.
Pat, good morning. Thank you for your patience. You are live with DT and Telly. What is your question or comment?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm calling. Hey, D. I'm calling because I am Powder P.
Oh, let's go.
I'm calling because.
Yes.
Huh?
Let's go, Powder P.
Yes,
Thank you.
I had to call.
I appreciate you.
I had to call because I'm not a Trump supporter, but if there was a gun put to my head and I had to choose somebody, I would choose Trump. I don't understand why anybody would think that this man would hire someone to shoot at him directly. And I just I can't wrap my head around that.
What?
And then I do want to say that a lot of people have said they hated Taylor Swift from Kanye. Well, he didn't say he hated, but he snatched the whole thing out of her hand. People don't get fired because they say they hate somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Powder P,
When
I am
you
telling
are
you.
A public figure. Yes,
I am telling you, as someone who has worked in corporate America, who consults corporate executives all the way up to CEOs of large-scale businesses, I promise you, Powder P.
I mean, what kind of country do we live in that we can't say we dislike somebody?
Here's the thing.
We're losing our rights as we speak.
No, this is good. This is good. This is good, Kat. I'm so glad you called in. Okay, let me just say this. You have free speech. You could say
right,
but when you are running or you are about to be an elected official, that's why leadership ain't for everybody. So that's why there's a whole bunch of workers and small amount of leaders, especially the further you go up. But
Can I ask you a question, DT?
Absolutely.
Before you finish,
yeah,
because I know I got to go. But isn't it your selection, Kamala Harris, that said that young people are dumb and that they don't make good decisions? I mean, I wouldn't say that if I was trying to win the presidency, and definitely knew I needed the young people.
Well, before they answer the question, I know you got to go, Powder P, Pat. When have you ever heard me?
I'm gonna go, though. I'm gonna listen to you.
Okay,
all right?
Thank you. I appreciate you. When have you ever heard me publicly endorse Kamala Harris on this show? I'll wait. When have you ever heard me say, wear a shirt, say I am voting or I support Madam Vice President Kamala Harris to be the 47th president? I will wait. Ricky, you got any audio? I'm waiting. Because I know I've been very clear on what I'm not going to do.
You always say we do not endorse neither Trump or Kamala Harris.
I am asking, thank you. I am asking as an American citizen who is deciding on who I'm voting for, how can I feel confident in the security of this country, both from a domestic standpoint as well as an international standpoint, voting for someone who took to social media? Kanye West is not running for president this time. And side note, Powder P, if you want me to go there, see, y'all ain't gonna like when I say this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Kanye West ain't never told no lie. When President Bush was managing New Orleans the way that he managed Hurricane Katrina, and he said George Bush don't care about black people, I didn't hear many arguments from black folks. When he walked up on the stage and said Beyonce should have won the Best Video Award during the VMAs versus Taylor Swift, didn't hear any arguments from Beehive. Now, his delivery might have been messed up, but that brother ain't never told a lie, period. I'll wait.
He has an interesting delivery style.
His delivery format may not be the healthiest, but I'll wait for the lie. And he has every right to say that. But here's the thing. We ain't talking about we're talking about somebody who's going to be the chief executive officer of this country. That's another thing. Like when I want to be educated from Trump supporters about why he could do this and you support him, y'all deflect. Y'all be like, well, so I ain't talking about so and so. I'm asking the question. How do you support someone who is supposed to lead this country? Because let me just remind us of the impact of hate. People who use the word hate or exhibit hatred towards another group of people, in this case, somebody who disagreed with him, are associated with, and I quote, this comes from the healthaffairs.org website, poor emotional well-being, such as feelings of anger, shame, and fear. Moreover, victims tend to experience poor mental health, including depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress, and suicidal behavior. I'm still trying to understand how former President Donald Trump is not suffering from PTSD after having an assassination attempt, and now number 2 in less than 60 days, 62 days. How's that possible? If somebody tried to shoot you twice within 2 months, and then you take to social media and text simply because she disagreed and said, I am voting for somebody else.
And on top of that, I know
we got Al from Sherman Park.
Pat said something about, other celebrities saying certain things. But here's the thing. This is how powerful his words are. When he said that, we all laughed about it when he was like the Haitians are eating dogs and cats in Springfield, Ohio. Guess what? There was a bomb threat. There were certain things that have happened in Springfield since he said that. There was a bomb threat at the school the day after that. There's other things that are going on. So you can't just say, oh, man, that was just a tweet or whatever, because his words clearly has an impact.
But Telly, like I said, I ain't mad at Trump. I am not mad at Trump. I'm trying to understand from our listeners, and thank goodness we got Al from Sherman Park. We come back from break because we all know our beloved Al from Sherman Park is a Trump supporter. We come back from break, and Al, brother, in the name of BB King and all things that are good, please answer the question. I promise, please do not say, what about when we ain't talking about, we talking about this tweet.
We ain't talking about the border. We ain't talking about the debate.
Please.
We ain't talking about none of that.
Please, because unlike President Trump, I'm a formal professional certified debater. So I love these kind of questions, but please just stick to the question. The question is, when we come back from break, and we're going to hear from Al from Sherman Park. How do we as a country feel secure electing a president who tweets about a 34-year-old woman who simply says, I don't want to vote for you? 833-212-1017. We'll be back.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. 1017 The Truth is the proud home of Marquette Hilltoppers football. Tune in Friday night as the Hilltoppers look to continue their hot streak as they host the Menominee Falls Phoenix. The football action kicks off at 7 p.m. on 1017 The Truth. Marquette University High School football is presented by Gruber Law Offices and sponsored by Capital Insurance Agency, Magic Productions, Annex Wealth Management, C.G. Schmidt, Left's Lucky Town, Boyle Frederickson Intellectual Property Law, and Marquette University High School.
In our community, you will find a Center for Food Security. You'll discover a Center for Behavioral Health Support, a proven Center for Home Care, a successful Center for Employment, a Center for Trauma Recovery, and more. We are Centers for Independence. Find out how you can support Centers for Independence's work and mission at cfihope.org/independence.
Over the past 20 years, Wisconsin has seen a huge increase in reported elder abuse cases. Elder abuse is the verbal, physical, emotional, sexual, or financial abuse of a senior citizen. It can also be the intentional or unintentional neglect of an older person. Wisconsin's population of seniors 65 and older is projected to grow significantly in the coming decades. That's why we all share the responsibility to help protect our seniors by recognizing and reporting any signs of elder abuse. If you believe that elder abuse has been inflicted upon yourself or someone you know, please report it. Call the Wisconsin Elder Abuse Hotline toll-free at 1-833-586-0107 or visit reportelderabusewI.org. Respect our elders. Report abuse. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Justice.
This project is supported by the Administration for Community Living, ACL, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, as part of a financial assistance award totaling $120,000 with 100% funding by ACL HHS. The contents are those of the authors and do not necessarily represent the official views of nor an endorsement by ACL HHS or the U.S. government.
Truth Nation, let us talk our ish for a moment. There is no other station in the country where you get a front row seat to hear from some of the biggest names in politics, pop culture, and sports. People like Vice President Kamala Harris.
Talk with your listeners to remind them of their power and the importance of voting. And the folks in Milwaukee turned out for me and Joe Biden in 2020. You showed what was possible.
U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, are you a racist?
Absolutely not.
Is Donald Trump a racist?
Absolutely not. No.
And civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump.
thank you all for speaking truth to power. That's the most important thing, because right now there are those in our community who would rather we just be quiet. Right. We have to disturb the peace now more than ever.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 1017 The Truth by downloading the Truth app and streaming us live at 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Milwaukee Black Talk.
We do have a crash still being worked on at the intersection of National Avenue and Brewers Boulevard. That intersection is completely closed off, so be careful. Northbound 41, an accident just north of North Avenue. Left lane is blocked. We got delays all the way back to Watertown Plank Road. Also southbound on 43, backing up from Silver Spring all the way down past Capitol Drive. Northbound 4394 is going to be slow out of the Mitchell interchange around the Plainfield curve up to Oklahoma Avenue. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny, warm, a high of 83 at the lake, 88 inland. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 63. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I like that, y'all. I like that. Yeah, I like that, y'all. I like that, I like that, y'all. I like that, yeah,
Tune into the award-winning 1017 The Truth's Business Spotlight this Thursday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tory Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. Noni Juice will be joined by Eduardo Herrera from Associated Bank. Noni and Eduardo will discuss things that first-time home buyers need to know.
All right, we've been talking about the most recent tweet from former President Donald Trump, who is the Republican nominee for POTUS, tweeting regarding Taylor Swift's endorsement of Kamala Harris. I hate Taylor Swift. Now, Al, we're going to take you from Sherman Park here in 2 seconds. I just got to provide Powder P some information that I had looked up. Powder P, a.k.a. Pat, had said, hey, freedom of speech. The definition, according to Oxford Dictionary of freedom of speech, is the right to express any opinions without censorship or restraint. However, according to the government, there are restrictions, including you cannot, as part of free speech, say something that is considered defamation, incitement, fraud, obscenity, child pornography, fighting words, and threats. So again, there are some asterisks as it relates to how we use and how we can be judged and even persecuted as part of our free speech. Al from Sherman Park, thank you for your patience. You are live with DT and Telly. I have a feeling you have more of a comment than a question. You got the mic. Al from Sherman Park. Are you there? Al from Sherman Park.
Can you hear me?
I can now. Thank you.
Okay. So I just heard somebody had a question. So at any time, you can always ask me how I feel about something. So this would be how I feel about it. But go ahead.
I said you're live. You have the mic. So however you feel about it, that's why you're live. So I'm listening. You got the mic.
Okay. So, okay.
Just because I don't, but Al, here's the thing. Just because I don't say things the way you want me to say it doesn't mean I didn't say it. Okay, so you got the mic.
And likewise, okay. So the thing about I hate Taylor Swift, I would just simply have an interview with him and ask him, what did he mean by that? Because there are certain genres of music that I hate or just not tolerant of. Like, I hate Air Supply. Does that mean I personally hate the singers in Air Supply?
Al from Sherman Park. Al from Sherman Park. You're running for president. I'm asking you. You're running for president of the United States of America. This country is in one of the most divided states in the history, even like as close as Jim Crow and the civil rights movement. You were running for president against a woman of color. And with everything that's going on, you decide to tweet about why you hate Taylor Swift or that you hate Taylor Swift. That's how you use that platform. I'm asking.
That's his. I don't even think most people are on Truth Social. I don't think most people follow it 24 hours a day. But if you take his audience is mostly male, right? I don't know of many men that like Taylor Swift. I just don't. They might look at her.
What does that have to do with running for president?
So first of all, Trump is not a politician. He's never purported to be a politician. He's just been a straight shooter, transparent, says what he thinks. He's not Kamala Harris, who's going to dance circles around the question. So next time Eric is on, ask if you can have an interview for 10 minutes with the former president and ask him all the questions that you want to. I'm pretty sure he'll answer them.
Okay. Thank you for your call, Al. We appreciate your call and listenership all the time. I don't know. I was quiet on purpose because I don't have any rebuttal on that.
But and Ricky, help me out here. Did he say not a lot of people follow Truth Social? I could have sworn he said that. Not a lot of people. Did Truth Nation? Did I mishear that? Because I thought I heard him say not too many people follow Truth Social.
And Taylor Swift only have female fans too, by the way.
Not too many men. Man, Al from Sherman Park, you just know a lot of stuff. You know that most men hate Taylor Swift. You know that not too many people, and again, Truth Nation, did I mishear that? Not too many people listen to or follow Truth Social. Where are you getting this information from? I'm curious because you listen to our station. I mean, as far as not too many people follow social. What did that happen?
So what is that social media platform? What does he use?
Let me hold on 1 second.
Because I'm sure it's just totally his base. So you're saying, not that many people follow that, but I don't think they're 24 hours checking what's going on, but the body that makes up that platform are all Trump supporters.
How many times, Telly, since we've been live this morning, did I preface the question? I would love to hear from a Trump supporter in terms of how do you support someone? And I've heard things like, you could say whatever you want to say. You can hate whoever you want to hate. Which is true. I'm saying in the context of this is a person who is running for president of the United States. The race is like 50-50, and that's what you tweet. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, Powder P is standing on it, though. She said Donald Trump has a right to hate Taylor Swift. Everybody has a right to hate.
I'm asking. You know what? Okay. I see right now this conversation, I've had to just come to terms with people who feel how they feel.
They're going to feel how they feel.
Even if you ask them a legitimate question, like if Madam Vice President Kamala Harris would have tweeted, I hate anybody.
I hate Elon Musk.
I hate anybody. How do you think that would have impacted her campaign? And what do you think people would have said about Madam Vice President tweets, I hate blank blank? 833-212-1017. And as far as the Truth social media, I'm glad to know that you're tracking us, Al from Sherman Park. Thank you for that. Our human dashboard, our human key performance indicator tracker.
Yeah. I didn't know I hated Taylor Swift either. I found that out today.
According to Al from Sherman Park.
I never really thought enough to, like her, hate her, but I guess I hate her because I'm a man.
You're listening to the best morning show on planet Earth, Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. I love everybody. I love Al from Sherman Park. We'll be back.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The the biggest names in the basketball world.
Dame, Dollar, Lillard.
Having fun and honest conversations.
He puts it in the shoe, right? And sets the tone for brothers and sisters and family.
Every week, Thanasis Adetokounmpo sits down with special guests on Thanalysis Show. Presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and Curbless ready-to-drink cocktails.
Fantastic.
Find Thanalysis Show on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And on YouTube by searching Thanalysis Show.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place? You know, that spot that only you know about? And instead of what you came for, you found something a little different. What if instead of your private stash, you found a simple phone number, 1-800-662-HELP? What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? Would you make the call? The truth is, all drug use comes with risk. Before those risks become real, before drugs turn your life upside down, before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. If you or someone you love is struggling with drug use or prescription drug misuse, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, or go to samhsa.gov/thereishelp.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in, it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Oh, well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
National Bank, they know there's nothing small about keeping up a small business. That's why they've developed their empowerment loan program to help give minority, I said that word because that girl done threw me off, people of color and women-owned businesses equal access to funds up to $5 million. This substantial commitment shows that Old National Bank truly believes that every small business deserves the opportunity to change their community in a big way. Learn more today by visiting oldnational.com/empowerment loan. Old National Bank, get old. All loans are subject to credit approval. Minimum loan amount, $25,000. Additional program qualifications or restrictions may apply. For full details, contact an Old National small business banker. Thank y'all on our YouTube message board, because I thought when he said Truth Social, he was talking about our social, but apparently former President Donald Trump. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for educating me on that, because I had no idea.
Yeah. Like I said, I think I just misheard what you were saying, but
It's all good.
yes, that is the platform that I think he started or joined after he was kicked off of Twitter at that time.
And here's the thing. I want
January 6th.
I want to direct this to the Trump supporters who have called in and expressed their opinion. And thank you for listening. And thank you for doing that. Look, we're not stupid. Look, come on now.
Right.
President Trump has every right to not like Taylor Swift.
Right.
Ain't nobody tripping off of that. But don't you think it's coincidental, which we know it's not. Come on now, y'all. Let's not insult our intelligence. The fact that he tweeted that after she publicly endorsed Kamala Harris. If he truly hated Taylor Swift as an artist, how come he didn't tweet that last week or 2 weeks ago? He did it. He was triggered by the fact that Taylor Swift, who is the #1 selling pop artist in the world right now, because she endorsed Kamala Harris, which she has the right to do on her platform, he was triggered. He got mad. How dare you? And he said, I hate Taylor Swift. Come on, y'all. Like, for real? He has every right. Nobody said he didn't. But as a leader who's running for president of the United States and you do it right after, you tweet it right after, come on now. We're not dumb.
On top of that, he had no other defense. What else can you say once she came out and said that? And so I'm sure he got with his team and was like, well, what can we do? And I mean, because you can't just ignore someone like Taylor Swift endorsement of any candidate. You can't ignore it because she clearly moves the needle.
Exactly. And my thing is, again, you are running for president of the United States. The word hate shouldn't even be anywhere. And then when they're like, well, what about Kanye? First of all, we ain't talk about Kanye. Kanye is not running for president of the United States. And when he walked up on stage and took Taylor's trophy, the delivery was terrible. But I didn't disagree with him. I thought Beyonce should have got the Best Video Award, and a lot of other people did. But my thing is, why is that your response? I'm trying to understand, how are we as a country at a point where we have people who are running for the most powerful leadership position? That is not leadership. You name me one other president since social media has existed that as part of running for president, as part of their campaign, they're tweeting or TikToking or Snapchatting or Instagramming, I hate somebody. There's a lot of things that I think, Telly,
right,
I'm not going to say on this show.
Or I'm not going to post it and just put the initials and be like, you know who I'm talking about.
He has every right to not like Taylor Swift. Nobody said that.
Yeah.
But he's running for president, and he said it right after she endorsed that of vice president. So you're telling me, as somebody who's confident and knows that you won the debate and knows that you're going to be the 47th president, you're going to take the time to tweet right after she said that she endorses your opponent that you hate her?
Yeah.
That's leadership?
But then this is also, too, in my opinion, DT, how you say that the old saying that I give you enough rope to hang yourself. This is another example of, look at the narratives. You're talking about you hate someone because they endorsed your opponent, while your opponent is talking about unifying us and bringing us together as a country. So it couldn't have been, it can't be two more different approaches on this campaign. And so, but you have to decide, do you want divisiveness, but, a possibly better economy, or... Yeah.
City Boy 826 says, Denise, that is your opinion on how you believe someone should communicate as a politician, but what is your brand as a straight shooter? Straight shooting has nothing to do with using the word hate. Brother, I am telling you that as part of my conditioning coaching and just compliance with policies for businesses, you cannot tweet. You cannot even use the word hate. I didn't make the rules, City Boy 826. I guarantee you right now, if Telly or I, and again, this is not about feelings, this is facts. If Telly and I use the word I hate a person on this air, at minimum, we would be summoned to the principal's office. Shoot, I'd have been summoned for less than that. So, City Boy, this has nothing to do with my opinion. I am a straight shooter. But being a straight shooter has, first of all, I'm not running for president. But as a CEO of my business, I cannot be out here talking about I hate people.
Yeah.
Now, the guy who just got arrested for the assassination attempt yesterday, he could probably do that.
Yeah.
That's why when I was growing up, my dad said, okay, you want to be corporate? Know that it ain't for us, and you can't do everything that they do. But I am telling you, whether you're white, black, brown, Asian, whatever, as a leader, you just can't.
Yeah. I mean, because you could call that hate speech. I mean, because it has the word hate in it. And so are you okay with this type of hate speech? Again, we said it earlier, and I'll say it again. Never came out and said, I hate these mass shootings. I hate when an innocent black woman gets shot in her face in Springfield, Illinois. I hate those things.
And City Boy 826, another thing that Telly couldn't say on air. Like, first of all, Telly would not only be fired, his brand would be if he on air was being interviewed by Billy Bush and said, yeah, you got to grab him by there.
Oh, man, it would have been over.
So don't come to me.
Been like, man, dude was all right.
Don't do that. don't do that. Don't make it seem like, Denise, stop. Because anybody who knows me knows that I'll be like, you know what, let me be quiet because I don't want to say something that's going to tarnish my brand or my ability. Yeah. So can anybody say it? Yes, but we're talking about somebody who's running for the president of the United States. Now, he said it. He did it. I'm sure he's got a lot of people that are like, yeah. Just pay attention. Mm-hmm. Pay attention to leaders who, when someone says something that they don't agree with, that go to, I hate this person. Mm-hmm. And a year from now, I ain't that person that says, I told you so.
Mm-hmm. So now when Hulk Hogan said that he would body slam Madam Vice President Kamala Harris, if she would have came out and said, I hate Hulk Hogan.
Oh, my God. City Boy 826 is killing me. I'm done. He's like, that is your corporate standard. Oh, so I made the rules. I still love you, City Boy 826. You're making this about me, and it's so not. Like, I literally can, as an employee, Telly, just grab her by her and be like, good morning. Thank you for listening to Truth Be Told with DT. I'm like, you think it's about me. Bro, I ain't make these rules. But that's okay.
That's just locker room talk.
Right.
Fool, you ain't never been in no locker room.
But, when you're a white man, and you're a billionaire, you could do stuff like that and still have people, like I said, okay, we'll see.
Yeah.
Get your passport, y'all. Get your visa. Get your passport. My truth of the matter is that effective leadership it's not an easy thing. Leadership is hard because there are responsibilities, there are things that you can't do that everybody else can do. Mm-hmm. If you are comfortable voting for someone who takes the time to say they hate somebody because they disagreed with them, hey, that's your prerogative. All I'm saying is that the world is watching. And when people are ready to come up with a plan to defeat, they observe stuff like this. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying.
I'll make mine real quick. Words matter. Choose them wisely. That's all I'll say.
There you have it. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Up next, we've got 9 more hours of live consecutive Black Talk Radio. We love you all. Trumps, Harris's, white, yellow, fluorescent green, Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy. We love you. We appreciate you. Yes. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day. Make it a great day. Tell somebody you love them. And Lord willing, we will see and hear y'all tomorrow.
Peace out.
Need a way to hype up your day?
This is Southside Serious.
Southside, this is 1017 The Truth, and you are our Gruber 5K giveaway.
Oh, man, I can't believe it, man. You guys are so great, man. You're doing so much for the community. I really, really appreciate you guys.
What would you do with $5,000?
I got 2 boys. I got an 18-year-old. I got a 15-year-old, and, man, I'm gonna give it to them.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Noni Juice, and I am Milwaukee. The city of Milwaukee resonates with me deeply, not only because I was born and raised here and have beautiful memories, but because, much like myself, this city thrives on resilience and perseverance, often surprising those who overlook it. It was here where my journey started, and I learned to create my own opportunities. And I want our listeners to know that they have the power to do the same. So join me on Jammin' with Juice from 12 to 1 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
Calling all big thinkers. The world's climate is changing.